Yeah, just kind
Yeah,
of.
so you don't hear about like a domestic abuse towards men because, you know, it's, oh, she's just a woman. No, she can't. Yeah.
People make fun of the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With that, I understand as well because do you know what The View is? Like an American TV show. Last year or a few months ago, there was this guy who was getting beat up by his partner or something, and then finally he hit her back out of self-defense, and then they was always saying, oh, you shouldn't hit a woman back no matter what, and then Whoopi Goldberg was the only one who was like, if you get hit, you have to hit them back no matter what it is. So just because the man is seen as like physically stronger, that still doesn't mean that like if you can give it, you can take it. If you can give it, you can take it. So Serena Williams, like she's a tennis player or something. She's like proper big and muscly. She went over to Mason and punched him in the face because he should be able to punch her back. Right? If you don't want to get punched, don't punch in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've talked about it with Xander before. An actress called Naya Rivera. She got arrested for domestic battery against her husband, and her character was in a TV show called Glee. And her character was called Santana, was like a bit like crazy, like when she'd go all mental on someone, it would be called bringing out anti-snakes. And then when it was trending on Twitter that she beat up her husband, a load of people were just like making jokes about him, like, oh, he's a pussy, anti-snakes whipped his ass. And I was like, if that was the other way around.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Having like basically be taken to jail for those issues. Yeah, it's alright.
And they forget about it so quickly.
Yeah, and also I don't like support what he did to her, but Chris Brown is constantly being reminded what he did to Rihanna. But Emma Roberts beat up Evan Peters. No one ever brings that up either.
You mentioned that to me last week and I'd never heard of that. But everyone's heard of Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Rihanna. Everyone's heard of that, but I've never heard of that thing with Evan Peters. So.
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna go Google that.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. Like constantly, she was just getting arrested because of it.
No wonder he's in American Horror Story. He's living his own American Horror Story.
Jesus.
And just with them wanting superiority, I mean, like, men can't really say or do anything these days without getting... when it's weird because there are a lot of male feminists around, like, they're fighting the fight with you, hon, like, not every man is demon.
What they call him, calling him home,
And do you know the Me Too movement? Obviously.
Oh, man, I don't even attract me, like, it's annoying. Right, get me right, if it actually happens to you, fair enough. But some people are shouting about random shit, just like things that don't make sense. Just get involved.
Like,
Sorry, that did it.
yeah, obviously with sexual harassment, that's terrible, but men also got it as well. But because of that, that's also brought about how like a man can just hit on you, oh, I've been sexually harassed. Like, I can't remember who it was some famous woman, and she was in an airport, and this man who worked there clearly didn't know who she was. She weren't that famous, and the guy just went up to her and was just like, can I have your number? And then she wrote on Twitter that he like sexually harassed her.
We're coming into a world where you can't, if you speak to someone in the street, you're like, oh hi, and they're like, you're sexually harassing me, people won't talk to each other anymore.
And then women say that what's the word, like, they just get drilled on over the bodies, and it's sexist, but women do the exact same to men. Like, Xander, how many times have we been walking, and I've just been like, damn son, not to you, but to...
I mean, you say it to me all the time, but yeah, it's true, yeah.
Like, I do it at the gym constantly, like, it's an actual thing to do.
It's attraction.
Yeah.
It's literally just like actual instincts as well to kind of do that, because everybody's been doing it for years.
It's just like we just have attraction and I want to fall in love.
Exactly.
It's our basic instinct.
It's not, but it's I think something that helps all that is like some recent films that have come out. So like there's a comedy that came out this year called Blockers, which is about 3 teenage girls who are trying to lose their virginity.
Oh, yeah.
And like if that's a male-driven comedy, then we've seen it 1,000 times and we know exactly what's going to happen. But since it's all girls, it's the the script is completely flipped. So everything that's happening, you're like, oh, girls go through this as well. So it's kind of eye-opening to men who haven't seen this sort of side of it before. But then to women, it's like, oh yeah, this happens all the time. I'm glad that it's finally getting, represented.
Yeah, because it's not just men that sex during women are as well. Like, but it's always like, oh, men only care about sex. A lot of women just care about sex.
Loads of women care about sex. Just sex.
What's something you would tell us?
Well, you do know who my friends are.
And finally, the fashion industry. So in different shops, you're different sizes. So if you go to H&M, like Lydia, she said she went in, she's a size 10 on bottom, but then she was looking on H&M, and the size guy said she was an XL, which is like a size 20. So that can kind of make you like, if you go in the shop thinking you're like a size 10 and then you go out thinking you're a size 16, you're like, oh shit, I need to lose weight, aren't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Did you just say sorry to the camera?
yeah.
Sorry for swearing.
We should probably also.
So do you think like maybe the fashion industry is kind of just being like how to word this? The UK national average now, did I say, was a size 16, a woman a size 16, 5'5" and wear size 6 shoes. So, but yeah, it's only like small sizes that are on the rails. So do you think, and a lot of shops don't like bigger people wearing the clothes, so do you think they're doing it
Well,
to...
as well, like you said, a size 16 could be anything. Like, because a size 16 in some places and the same in other places. Like when I go buy pants, I try like 3 different shops trying to find the right size, because like I know my size. I go to one shop, I try it on, it's like, oh no, those are way too big. I go to another shop, no, they're way too small. I go to another shop, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. So
Sometimes in one shop on 2 different sizes, like I'll try on, I'll always take a size 6 and a size 8 to the changing rooms. So like I'll go with like 2 of each ring because I can never trust. Like it's also about the fitting, like sometimes it's hard to stick to the same one. But
more online stores doing more like bigger sizes, like pretty little thing, like they've got like a petite range and they've got like a plus size range. Mostly like online are doing like all that like catering to it. But I think it should be more in the what's it called, the main shop, like what like the shops that are not online. High Street, yeah.
Do you think it can like affect someone though if they go into a shop thinking like, imagine if Lydia wasn't all there, or not, not.
Sorry, I feel so good.
Not all there, but you know what I mean, like struggling.
don't worry about yourself.
Yeah, and then so she goes in thinking she's all right, but then she comes out in a bigger size, like.
Yeah, it's depression.
There's another thing I saw that mirrors in certain shops.
Oh yeah, they have skin.
They
Yeah.
make you look, so like some can make you look skinnier to make you want to get it, and some can make you look a bit bigger.
Mine can't kind of the words I know watch I from that. The lighting and like cosmetics. Like in bra shops, I find like they do like they have like low lighting.
It's like Hollister as well.
Yeah, they have like low lighting. So like
Hollister is pitch black. I can't see
really
everybody
bit
going.
more
I know.
And then when you get home, you're like, oh.
Crashed into a wall.
Yeah, that was literally when I went in Ann Summers, like I tried on a really nice bra, and then I was like, ooh, girl.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I was like, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that smell.
But like shopping, so that's what I mean. Like, what are the 2 shops? Harvey Nichols and Selfridges. They only like stock up to a size 10 on their rails, and if you want higher, you have to ask an assistant to go in the back. And I think that can feel like really horrible to someone. Like my friend Vicky, she is a size 12, but in winter when you buy a coat, you want it bigger so you can wear like jumpers and stuff. So she asked someone for a size 16, and they just looked at her like she was stupid.
Yeah.
Like we don't stock
And
this
like,
on us.
I don't know how we find it, and then we only like go up to a large, and like some people they want like an extra like different catering of like, and in bras like we only go up to like a double D. I know, and
Can't
it's
even fit a
like,
nipple in that.
yeah,
It's such a big
I know,
brand
and I
as
just
well.
feel like I can't their kind of style is like thin models are like petite and kind of like that kind of like image, but it's not. It's not all that.
It's not real life,
No,
really.
it's not real life.
And like,
there are some shops that are designed for bigger people,
Yeah.
which is good. There should be more of them, but there's only a couple of us like Jack and
But then you get
I
all the
honestly, I
silly
think
people
all
complaining that it's not in there.
But that's
so
just
it's
a bit
like-
like, it's a bit like, oh, I have to go into this certain
yeah,
shop.
it's kind of embarrassing. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing that I have to go into certain shop to get
yeah,
to
like I joined Slimming World in July last year, and I've lost 5.5 stone, and I've gone from like. I started at like a size 20 to 22, and now I'm like in a 14. But sometimes it's still like really hard because in some shops I'm still like not knowing
Yeah.
like what size to get, and I don't want to go on Simply Be because for one I need to sell like a kidney to like afford anything because they have more material, so it's more expensive. But then I want to go in like nice stuff shop, and it's just like you don't know. So when you go into a shop like H&M and they do that, and you think you're making good progress, but then you have to buy another size, it's just like ugh. And it's also like when you're buying online, this is another thing, when you're looking at plus size stuff, for example, the model's never actually plus size, she's
No.
just
Oh, yeah.
curvy. Like Ashley Graham, she's slim, but she's curvy, so she's considered plus size. Like we was talking about this a while ago, weren't we? Like plus size isn't
Yeah.
really plus
I feel
size.
like pretty little thing have like, oh okay, we have this size.
Mhm.
Their models are quite
And they should stretch